That was the black belt. It's now you as a black belt in game sharing with the teacher your attitude, the results of, and so that was amazing.
Here, right here. So, Mystery's been better in communication more recently, but it's very rare that he originates a communication to me, right? He answers whatever, this and that, but rarely does he say anything, right? But he originated, and he said on the 15th, so whatever the day is, he said, I'm back home in Toronto. This is my t-shirt, Mystery, right? The guy who started this whole thing. I'm back home in Toronto. I did an in-studio podcast with RSD, which is another company, Max, which drops this week. Okay, ready, guys? Up until this moment, I've had one level of communication with Mystery. In this moment, because of where my life was and all that, it was time to go to the next level. So here we go. Just so you know, you would think he would know what I'm going to say. He doesn't know. I go, that's dope. Brother, I right now have 10 girlfriends. You would think he would know that about me. Nope. 10 righteous girls that are only with me and know they are my woman and treat me with so much love and respect, you wouldn't believe it. I'm not only walking on water and parting the Red Sea, I am genesis of a new dynamic of man and woman. Here we go, introducing new words to the relationship of Mystery and AZD. Right? Mystery, you met Arash Bazaar. Let me introduce you to AZD. Arash Bazaar heard about this thing, this force. They called him a demon. There was cartoons of him, there was a few writings of him online, and there was a guy he knew was a sorcerer who could channel him, supposedly. I don't know any of these things to be true, but I know this to be true. Ideas are real to me, and so are archetypes. So the darkest night, the darkest hour, the darkest soul, right? He was presented with a new archetype, one that would defeat his pain. A demon that had the power to make women fall in love and control their minds. His name was ZEPAR. AD 5E, Arash was the fifth element, right? Came in contact with an idea in my world called ZEPAR. I began to research the idea and there was nothing on it. Nothing to build a fucking puppet with. Nothing. Just like a red outfit and give it two powers that no one can do. How the fuck do you go there from here? Right? But just like Sasori, I'm going to go there. Because I've gone everywhere. So I'm going to go there and I'm dying. Okay? So here we go. Talk to the sorcerer. Grab any particle of ZEPAR you can. Put it in your lab in the daytime and start banging it with your own particle light. Experiment. Put your own life for test. Right? Come back, report to the sorcerer what you found. Well, that's interesting. The sorcerer is taking notes. Noted. Let's go back. More particles, because every time I give the sorcerer particles, he's able to return more particles to me. Makes sense. Go back. Bigger particles apart. Oh, I'm about to do something that I do to really create a sensational element. Ready? I'm going to tattoo the first general in ZEPAR's legion. What does that even mean? Follow those words. I'd have to have a lot of faith, a lot of imagination, a lot of concentration and commitment and sacrifice. Here we go. Tattoo this. Here. With this meaning. Boom. Pop. Now go out with that tattoo, with that idea, and try ZEPAR like this. Shit. If you know the process. Keep going. Ready? I've built ZEPAR. Why? Who would validate this? The sorcerer. Go. Let him evaluate it. See that? According to his evaluation, the one who was the most scholarly about this subject, for sure a scholar, but without a doubt, right? He confirms this would be the most ZEPAR. If ZEPAR was, this is ZEPAR. Good. Now what do we do with this? Well, it was here for a purpose. Let's go. Jung, 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 jung. You see all that? Mystery doesn't know any of this shit going on. Mystery thinks I'm doing pickup arts. Let's continue with the message. Brother, right now I have 10 girlfriends, 10 righteous girls that are only with me and know they are my women and treat me with so much love and respect you wouldn't believe it. I'm not only walking on water and parting the Red Sea, I am genesis of a new dynamic of man and woman. Boom. He says, I need to set up shop in the States. The first beginning 3 of an event, you and I observing these cameras used as mystery and AZD recreate the pickup artist. This message is that message. I promise you. It's the beginning of my creation with mystery. Here we go. I need to set up shop in the States. The same way I can watch Black Widow, the half of it, and have her blow her mind, I can read exactly what that says in my world. I say, I heart it, and it's important, because now my teacher is going to see my jiu-jitsu. I learned my jiu-jitsu, but I went to the mountains. I killed myself 1,000 times. In the mountains, the spirit of jiu-jitsu came. I've come back. I'm Sasuke. I got bit out of vengeance. You understand? I'm here to do a work here. So now I'm going to go back to in the jiu-jitsu world, which I'm not claiming at all to be that, right? Just to see if I had that. That's why I stopped it, because I could only do it in this world. This is the world I need to be in, right? You know, I was like a great swimmer, but I wasn't a fucking shark, right? I was like a dragon, some shit that could swim. You know what I mean? I'm not a swimmer. I can just swim good. So I go back with jiu-jitsu, but this time I'm a demon. What they talk about in their myth, I am. The myth came from someone. I embody that person's position now in the game, okay? So now I go back, and he says, I need to set up shop in the States. I say, absolutely. So what I'm telling you is the first time I'm now using my language in verse with my teacher. I always use the language under him, or match him to know I hear him. I'm going to use my language. Is it above him or below him? It's way above everyone. He sends me his podcast with Vexer. I didn't heart it because I didn't see it. Now, for the first time ever, I sent him a picture of my girlfriends and I. A stack of them. Mystery's never got a picture of any of my girlfriends or a video of nothing. Never. Never. Ever. First time. He's seen what he's seen, if he's seen whatever he's seen. And then I sent about 5 of them. 5 different ones, or 4 different girlfriends. He answers, life is good. I heart it. I let it be. He comes back a little bit there. He goes, so training and pickup seems to have worked out for you, huh? That tells you he doesn't know. He has no clue. You get that? That sentence tells you that. What? So then why was he respecting me so much? We could ask him one day. Okay? So training and pickup seems to have worked out for you, huh? Then he goes, she is stunning. Which one? I sent her 4 girlfriends. I said, brother, I have 10 girlfriends, all at that level. Because whoever the fuck he was talking about, they're all at that level. Except one. She's just a little below that level. Brother, I have 10 girlfriends, all at that level. All more committed and more disciplined and loving and caring than any relationship on earth. Let him challenge my words if he wants. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So yes, life is heaven. And pickup gave me the tools I needed to navigate the ether as the Silver Surfer and Flash, and to be the god Hermes of the pantheon when it comes to communication of love and romance. And yes, The world is seeing this, and they won't be able to unsee it even if they tried. And all who know me will know my teacher, Eric von Markovic. That's Mystery's name. As I promised you, now let me take you back if you know my story. This is the first time he's hearing these words. As I promised you in Starbucks in San Francisco, when I was a no one in this world, and I promised you I would do this one day. So thank you, and get ready to be paid back beyond what you could have imagined by having Arash motherfucking DeBazaar as your #1 student forever. My emojis. I told them I would take Styles' position. The world would know me, and then they would know where I got it from, and here I am now. The world does know me, but more of the world is going to know. And here he is still, now being told, remember the day when we shook hands? I'm about to pay you back. Right? You took me on when I was a nobody and you were a star. I even have no money, I told you. You said, I'll teach you. I said, in exchange, I'm going to beat your #1 student Style, I told him. I'm going to beat Style. I'm going to be your #1 student. I know it's just words to you, but I've done this before. I've done it 3 other times. And I said, not counting my own father. Manu, Ernie Reyes, Batata. So I promise you that, okay? And that's the moment he said, you'll be the first picture on my iPhone. Why? Because the iPhone had just come out. That's how I know. I was like, oh shit, he got an iPhone. He's all right. Right? I'll text you. Right? Well, should we get going? Yeah. And we get up, and I'm like, doink. And he's like, it's like me and my girlfriend right now, dude. We're sitting down, like, okay, baby, I gotta go. I stand up, she's still standing up. Right? And she's still standing up, and then I know the peak of it. Doink. I think she's done. I'm right here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that, Benny? Well, you better start imagining, Benny. That's like 85% of the population for you, bro. Right here, okay? It takes some balls, right? So then he throws a cheers. He does 2 beers. I do 2 beers, and then I send him another video, this one. All right. So then I send him that, and I say, because this was the next day. I go, last night, my newest girlfriend, dancer at, he knows the club's name. He knows it's the biggest club, blah, blah, blah. Right? Then I send him a few more. We've already seen them. They're on my Instagram if you want to see it. Pictures and videos of her and I. Same girl. And then I send him this. Now, this is another moment. That's Electra and Hannah on the bottom. Ready for this text? Woo! I say, and this, listen to this, and this is Electra in the right of the Lucifer. It's supposed to say picture, but it's fucked up. In the right of the picture, ready? The first girl you met me with that first night at the hotel, to validate that story for you. Her and I now are in our 18.5 years of relationship. He says, surrounded by love. That's a lot for mystery. That's Cristalli sending a heart and a crying face. Jesus, he's done. He's done. He is. He says, surrounded by love. I said, absolutely. The secret is in Tesla's writings and the laws of electricity. He's my teacher. He's got to know what I've done. And the laws of electricity and the pair of opposites, yin and yang. This has been my obsession as a child. To wield the power of the martial arts masters and the legends I grew up watching. The code is very clear to me, and the laws are as concise as modern physics. In fact, there was a misspelling here. I write them down I think it's, I can write them down in algebraic language and equations because I see it as numbers and feelings. Anyways, it will all be crystal or crystalline clear when you come and see with your own eyes. And he hearts it, okay? Wow, 2 moments. One, remember that girl that I met you with that night that you tried to AMOG me and pick her up in the beginning? You and your crew? Remember Matador and them? Remember Mystery? Still with me. That's right. Did something really right, Mystery. It was 18 and a half years ago we met. How do I know? I met Mystery that day. And we actually were together for a little bit, so about 18 years ago, right? Get that. 18 years ago, Mystery, I'm still with that chick with 10 girls now. And here's what they look like. I multiplied her. You know that clone jitsu? Yeah, I got another one too. Clone her. All right, here they are. Text, Electra.